What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you why we have this massive movement to the downside. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that NIO was forming quite a good channel. If I connect these several bottoms and project it to this line, as you can see, we had a very good support range, and my main assumption was that if this range holds, we might see the movement to the upside, and from this point we might hit at least the median line of the channel. If I projected this parallel line to this top, as you can see, this median line also might be quite decent, could be quite decent price target, and in best case scenario we might hit its upper resistance. But my other assumption was that if this asset breaks this range of support, we will see much lower price targets, and probably we might hit even $9 or $8.5 mark. And I also told you that let me switch to daily time frame and let me clean the chart. And I've told you that from its recent swing high, we have to see the simple zigzag correction. And this zigzag happened right here. We have these 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as our A wave. This wave is our B wave. And inside our C wave, we have to see 5 waves structure. And from this top, we have first wave, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And inside fifth wave we also have to have 5 waves, and we had only 1, 2, 3. This is the consolidation in the fourth wave, and we have to have one more leg to the downside to complete the entire retracement from this swing high. And this was my main assumption, that we have to be very cautious on a greater scale. And because of this, definitely this asset broke this range of support and went much lower. So from this breakout, it lost about 13% of its value. And what was the reason of this movement? The latest catalyst was definitely their earnings report, and I have to say that they missed earnings and revenue. They reported negative 44.5 cents instead of negative 26.5 cents, and they reported 2.3 to $8 billion in revenue instead of 2.486 billion estimated. And these results are not the best one, and unfortunately they also don't have a major forecast for this quarter. And this means it also gives more bearish pressure to this asset. So let's continue with the numbers itself. On Seeking Alpha you can find this article, and let me quote you further. Vehicle sales were $2.139.9 million in the fourth quarter of 2022, representing an increase of 60.2% from the fourth quarter of 2021 and an increase of 23.7% from the third quarter of 2022. Vehicle margin was terrible. It was 6.8% in the fourth quarter of 2022 compared with 20.9% in the fourth quarter of 2021 and 16.4% in the third quarter of 2022. Definitely this number ruined the entire report, and definitely this is the main reason of their weak financials right now. So let me quote you further. Vehicles deliveries were 40,052 in the fourth quarter of 2022, consisting of 20,824 premium smart electric SUVs and 19,228 premium smart electric sedans, representing an increase of 60% from the fourth quarter of 2021 and an increase of 26.7% from the third quarter of 2022. And definitely by itself they rose the number of their deliveries, but the margin, vehicle margin, ruined the entire balance sheet. So, and let me show you their guidance. For the first quarter of 2023, the company expects deliveries of vehicles to be between 31,000 and 33,000 vehicles, representing an increase of approximately 20.3% to 28.1% from the same quarter of 2022. Total revenues to be between $1.584 billion and $1.674 billion versus $2.78 billion consensus, representing an increase of approximately 10.2% to 16.5% from the same quarter of 2022. So definitely it is not their best earnings report, but I want to show you just one positive sign. They have cash and cash equivalents of $6.6 billion, and this means at least we shouldn't afraid the upcoming dilution for at least for this year. So, and let me show you this article. We are on cnvpost.com, and this article was published on March the 2nd, and it's titled NIO Q4 Earnings, Deutsche Bank's First Look. And the subtitle is: even if we exclude these one-time headwinds, vehicle of margin of 13.5% would have been a miss and lowest since Q2 2020, Deutsche Bank said. And as you can see, this is the chart of NIO gross margin, and right now they have only 3.9%, and it is the lowest one. But even without this number, this 13.3% is also extremely low compared to other EV manufacturers. And that's why we have to be very cautious. On top of that, this forecast, let me show you right here, this forecast of 31 and 32,000 vehicles implies only 10.3 to 12.3 thousand vehicles in March, deliveries in March. That is flat or down from February. And definitely it is also not the best forecast for this quarter. And this means we must be very cautious, because these numbers are not promising. And let me show you why they have quite low gross margin. So, gross margin of only 3.9% was significantly below our 13.5% forecast, consensus 13.9%, driven by downside in vehicle margin, 6.8% versus our 16.7%, which was negatively impacted by 6.7% points from inventory provisions, accelerated depreciation, and losses on purchase commitments related to first generation 866 models. So definitely they have to switch their entire lineup to the NT2 platform, and in this case their gross margin will be much higher. And when they do it, definitely it will be a pivotal point for the company. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next? Definitely, let me show you indicators. Right now, we don't have any bullishness on RSI and on MACD indicator. As you can see, RSI is pointing down and MACD also is not ticking to the upside. And this is a quite negative sign. On top of that, let me show you in a bigger scale where we might land. So, the closest range of support might be at $8.4, and the next range of support might be at a round number of $8, because it is a round number by itself, and it is the lower range of this gap that from the technical standpoint should be filled, and this means $8 mark might be quite decent range of support for this asset. And I have to say that in my opinion we will not hit it with the next several days without some retracement. We might see another leg to the upside, and then we might have another leg to the downside, because the structure of this latest wave also doesn't show me the completed structure. And this means we have to be very cautious, and during this leg to the upside, I highly recommend you to be very cautious to enter your long position, because we have to see major movement to the upside with the highly increasing volume that will confirm the movement to the upside. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stay